This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll run it here with Blount. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. A dump off now to Hill. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, 14 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
That's a nice run by Kerryon Johnson, the rookie out of Auburn who went in the 2nd round to the Lions. And Brandon, you have to give Lions credit. They keep trying to find that running back that can be dependable for them so they don't have to use Theo Riddick, who's more of a 3rd down back, as their primary ball carrier.
They're certainly hoping to find it in Johnson, the 2017 SEC Player of the Year. Now Blount. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. and he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
The left side completion to Jones. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Here's Blunt. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold him to 1 yard on a first down run.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. LeGarrette Blunt, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The linebacker, Kelvin Shepard, brings him down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there and you throw it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
They didn't have a ton of yards to pick up on that 3rd down, but there was no way they were playing that one safe. They decided to take that one downtown. They must have felt that they had a big play that was waiting for them. Unfortunately, it was incomplete.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Attack 50 left.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. It's Freeman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are in for 6. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The return man here, T.J. Jones. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And some space here. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, 66 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun, Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
22!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by Devon Kennard. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's Ryan to throw. That's caught inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now the first carry for Brian Hill, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. They'll run here with Freeman. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. So 2 quarters down, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. It's a foot race. The 40, the 30, 10, touchdown, Falcons. In for the score. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Right back to him on first down. Finding room inside the 40. 20, 10, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Jones coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the...
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 43 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They go to Johnson again. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Middle. Set. Wait, 8 inch.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Prater for the extra point. And we are all tied at 28. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
39.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And spins away, finding some room at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, He seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Back now at Ford Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Get up!
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
20.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, wait.
To throw is Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson, shedding through the defense. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Play action. Stafford finds Roberts left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way.
Tag 53. Set.
Now it's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
.31 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And here now come the Falcons. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Freeman again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Throwing now is Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
So here come the Lions now. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Stafford now to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the 2nd drive, you end up going backwards, I would dare say.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. He's going to try and go deep again. That's going to be caught. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they have regained the lead. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.